It can take more than 10 years of college to earn a doctorate degree. After all that schools, doctors will spend their entire careers learning. A sports medicine doctor in the Toledo area recently had the chance of a lifetime to study on the sides of the slopes to perfect his craft. Lake Placid, New York hosted two Olympic Winter Games in 1932 and 1980. The New York Village was home to this year's Lake Placid 2023 FISU World University Games. Jason Smith, who runs the sports division at the Toledo Clinic in Maumee, was selected to work the biannual event. Smith has covered sports at multiple levels, but never one of the Olympic size.
I have been a team physician for the Cleveland Indians, now Guardians at the time, the Cleveland Cavaliers, Cleveland Browns, USA Soccer men's and women's national team. I have done multiple colleges. I'm currently the team doc at Tiffin University, covered a bunch of high schools here in the area. This was my first foray into the Olympic sport level.
Smith was just one of 25 doctors from the country selected to work the games. For over 2 weeks, he volunteered his time tending to over 1,500 athletes. This was the largest winter multi-sport collegiate event. From alpine skiing to hockey and ski jumping, Smith covered 12 extreme sports.
I worked with a doc in his 70s who's done 12 or 13 of these. Worked with a doc that did USA Triathlon as the head team physician for years. Roomed with a doc who had been at 4 Olympics. And then worked with folks brand new in practice where I could share some of my experience with them. There were days where even if we were in our main medical center clinic, we would get sent out to the cross-country skiing events or one of the ice skating events, like the long track speed skating. It was so cool. How many places in the world can you see speed skating outdoors? The fact that you can be in a place where 2 Olympics were held and two different times world champions were crowned on the same mountain that you're skiing at, that just, it's a bit of nostalgia.
Now that he's back in the Toledo area, the sports medicine specialist is looking to apply everything he learned at Lake Placid to the local community.
I'm a firm believer that experiences like this are necessary to keep our skills up as sports medicine physicians. And we want to represent the best sports medicine practice in town. I continue to want to be the best sports medicine doctor, and I want to challenge myself. We've got a great curling center down in BG, and just having a doc that's actually covered curling at an international level, it's not going to bring in a ton of injuries, but having the knowledge of what they're saying and kind of working with their injury, I think that's important. And it just kind of opened my eyes to sports that I had some ideas about, but now I can say I experienced firsthand. I love how passionate folks in Toledo are about sports, and even at the high school sports level. And I think that providing a high level of sports medicine care is something that this town continues to need, having been in a lot of different cities in my career, Philadelphia, Cleveland, Virginia. We have such great athletes. We need to have such great sports docs, and I want to provide that experience to my patients and the athletes here in the greater Toledo area.